Is his body count important?
We feel that if we don't think it's important, they should also feel like ours is not important. It's a mutual. It should be a mutual, not important.
If you think body count matters, it does not. Totally superficial.
Oh, bro, if she got double-digit bodies, bro, she for the team.
If you date a girl with double-digit body count.
No,
right.
She to the street, man. You're tripping.
If their body count is too high, is that a deal breaker? That is going to be today's dating hot take. So we travel state to state and outside the country and ask men and women the most controversial dating questions. What is considered too high of a body count? Does body count even matter? For those of you who don't know what a body count is how many sexual partners someone has had. A lot of people will be thrown off if you have a high body count. If your body count is in the double digits, 10, 20, 30, and let's not even act like that's crazy because I've heard people say, it's in the hundreds. But if your body count's that high, the image that you could be putting across to someone else is that you're easy or you just give it out to everybody. And that's not what I'm saying, but I'm saying that is how some people may interpret that. I personally do think a lower number or lower body count is going to be what most people are looking for. And it is kind of food for thought. Is sex just something you do for pleasure? Or it could be a very, very intimate thing. Who's to say? If you've had 100 partners, 150 partners, or even let's be more realistic and say like 30, 40 partners, who's to say that each one of those people didn't leave some sort of emotional connection behind with you? Especially for those of y'all who have lost your virginity, etc. Maybe some of you haven't, but for those of you who have, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You never forget your first time. Someone close to me told me every time you have sex with someone, you basically leave a part of you with them. And they meant like an emotional or physical connection with that person. You always carry that little emotional backpack around and remember little key points about that person. I think once you get to the point where you can't even remember names and locations and that it even happened, that's where you have a problem. That's where you got to watch out. Unless you're busting out the STD test and waiting for it to get mailed back to you, you don't know what people are carrying these days. You don't know what type of diseases, etc. Even if you wear protection, right? All it takes is one time, one disease to completely alter your entire life. We've asked this question so many times. We've had tens of thousands of responses. Men and women both basically said, if they have a double-digit body count, I'm not giving them a chance. And the reason why is because you have to think, if the number of people you're dating doesn't correlate with the number of people you're sleeping with, what does that say? And no one here is shaming, that's not what we're doing. But what I'm saying, if you've dated 3 people and you've slept with 30 people, what does that kind of tell you, Maybe it tells someone that you've had a bad breakup and you've tried to fill validation in between by sleeping with person after person after person. So I think body count in some way does matter. Like, why would you want to go out and sleep with someone who slept with everybody on the block? And again, we're not shaming, but call a spade a spade. I think women don't want a guy who just gives it out to everybody. And I definitely know that men, being a dude myself, don't want a woman that does. I think you're going to find extremes on both sides. You're going to find impasses at both sides. Maybe some people don't care, but I would say for a majority of people do care how many partners that person has had. I wouldn't want my girlfriend to tell me, I've slept with 60, 70 dudes. At the end of the day, you're just another addition to that. If you have a very high body count, what does that say about your standards? If you have high standards for yourself, I doubt hundreds of people are slipping through those standards. I doubt that. So what I would say is you're probably dipping yours, or your standards are a lot lower than they should be. So body count to me is not all encompassing. It's not all that matters, but it does paint a broader picture. It paints a bigger picture. And that bigger picture could correlate to your standards, how you see yourself, the types of people you're allowing to sleep with you, how many people you've dated, how many people you could go into the rabbit hole here. So I would definitely say I partially would agree with them, right? Body count does matter, and you should definitely watch who you're sleeping with. That's going to be my underlying point. At the end of the day, body count isn't all that matters, but it paints a bigger picture, and it does matter to a certain extent. If you guys like this dating hot take, go ahead and smash that thumbs up, hit that 5-star rating, comment down below. I want to hear y'all's thoughts. And as always, we are up there at the top 5% globally shared dating podcast. thanks to each and every one of you. Thanks for listening, thanks for watching, and we'll catch y'all in the next video, episode, or whatever it is. Peace out.